deadline for the temporary 10% US tariff approaches, Indian exporters say inquiries from American buyers are now picking up, but order conversions continue to remain muted. To discuss this further, we are now joined by Mr. Ajay Sahai, DG and CEO at Federation of Indian Exporters Association, or FIEO, who is now joining us. Mr. Sahai, afternoon, Ashesha this side. First up, let's talk about what exporters are gathering. They are now telling us that inquiries are improving, but orders aren't. What really is holding buyers back, and is uncertainty likely to cloud orderings for some more time?
In fact, looking into that, this 10% reciprocal tariff will go on 24th of July. Definitely, buyers have shown much interest, and that's also reflected in our recent export number. But post 24th July, there are few uncertainties also which Indian exporters may face. Looking into that, Section 301 investigation has started, and that's why conversion is looking a little problem. But as we approach to the 24th of July, probably much that will be clear also. So that's of course a concern, but I'm pretty sure that government is looking into both the negotiation with the US authorities and also putting a strong argument against the initiation of Section 301. They will be presenting their case to USTR on 8th and 9th of July, and probably that will help us a lot.
Right. So clearly there's a lot of uncertainty, especially because we don't have any final announcement that has come in on the trade deal front between India and US. Of course, there have been negotiations, there have been several meetings, but nothing concrete has come through. Now, assuming that the deal is not reached before the 24th of July, what could the immediate impact for exporters be?
I think please look into that. India is not the only country which has been targeted with Section 301. There are 60 countries who have been targeted, and therefore India as well as all these countries are more or less in the same boat. We still have the optimism because if the BTA is through, probably we will get a very competitive tariff. That's the focus also of the government. So I agree that this is a situation where we all in. There is little uncertainty involved, but we are better off as compared to other 60 countries who have been targeted under Section 301, but still they are not negotiating BTA as vigorously as we are. So I do agree that there are challenges which Indian exporter will face, and that's why the inquiries are not getting converted into orders. But as we move towards the close of 24th of July, probably much more visibility will be there, and much more certainty will also be there.
Okay, so clearly for now looks like there's a lot of uncertainty, and since you are telling us that India is perhaps ensuring that a trade deal is signed before the 24th of July, but which sectors do you think will be most impacted if the deal is not signed? Will it be the pharma sector, the chemical sector, the hardware, the handicraft sector? Which of those are most exposed to the risk if the deal is not signed?
I personally feel that all the sectors which are not under Section 232 or under the exempt category, because there we have the level playing field with the rest of the player, there will be varying challenges faced by the other sector. In sectors where the tariffs are high, probably there will be more impact. The sector where the tariffs are low, there will be lesser impact. So as a thumb rule, probably we are looking into not much changes in the sectors which are under Section 232, maybe steel, aluminum, auto component, or those who are under the exempt category, for example, is smartphone. We may not face the challenge. In the rest of the sector, we'll face the challenge. How much will be the challenge will depend on the current MFN tariff into that, and what would be the other tariff which, if imposed on these products.
And how is India positioned, Mr. Sahai, as compared to the rest of the world, or at least as compared to other competing countries like Vietnam, Bangladesh, for that matter? Do you think India is better off as compared to those countries?
I think it will depend when we are signing the BTO, what exactly is the tariff which we are finally getting in. And that's why the priority of the negotiation is that we get a competitive tariff at least with reference to the ASEAN countries and also South Asian countries like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan. So that's the priority. That's why we are looking into that very closely.
Okay, and since you're telling us that inquiries have been strong but order conversions have been slow, Mr. Sahai, are US importers then resorting to other countries in that case, or is there just a delay and not a complete cancellation of orders, especially from Indian exporters' perspective?
No, I think we have a very long relationship with our US buyers, and they are pinning their hopes on the deal. They are very confident the deal will be through. They have waited enough in the past also, and they have not gone to the other countries. So I'm pretty sure as of now, they are talking about and exploring the possibility, negotiating the prices. Once the finality is there, whether we have the deal or we are not having a deal, what is the tariff, final view will be taken by these buyers.
Clearly, and India is hoping that perhaps a trade deal will be signed before the 24th of July when the 10% deadline ends. Mr. Sahai, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now and explaining what is the on-ground situation and the uncertainty that continues to loom on us. Thank you for taking your time out and joining
Thank you.
us today. And shifting